Hello, in this video we are going to be talking all about low content book publishing and exactly what you need to do to make some money through low content book publishing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through my process which I use time in and time out. So it's like a 5-stage process. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I'm going to do is on each stage I'm going to show you kind of a free method to do it as well as a paid method. Okay, so my name is Ben McQueeney, and if you haven't been to my channel before, I show you videos on how to publish low and no content books. Now, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a like if you like the video. Okay, so let's just go through this. The first thing that I want to do is I just want to show you the kind of sales that we can kind of generate on these kind of low content books. And what I've done is if I just pull up BookBolt here. There we go. And if we just have a look down here, we can see that I've just looked for logbooks. I'm looking for the kind of the top 100 bestsellers, and I can see here that there is a blood pressure logbook. Okay, so a low content book is essentially a book that you fill in. It's got the same page over and over again, so things like notebooks and logbooks and so on and so forth. Okay, now if we have a look at this, we can see that it's selling an estimated 455 per month. Okay, now on a price point of $6.99 for these type of books, you're making about $1.50 per sale. So if I just pull this calculator up, this book is making around $682 per month. Now, you think, oh well, $682, you know, it's a decent amount of money, you know what I mean? But if you have a few of these books in a few different niches, and you know, if you have different books that have different kind of audiences and things like that, then you know you can kind of make a decent passive income selling these sorts of books. Okay, so this particular one is making $682, and you can do something as easy as this as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is just go back to the low content publishing plan. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to find a low content book that's doing well on Amazon. Okay, so the free method is to just go and look on Amazon. The paid method I've just showed you via the BookBolt software. So if we just go to Amazon here, and let's just type in blood pressure logbook, you can see that we've got lots of different types here. So let's just put blood pressure logbook pocket size. And if we look here, we can see that we've got one here. It's got 74 reviews, so it's at least had 74 sales, and it's right at the top, so it's ranking right at the top, so it's obviously doing some good sales. Now, I've got a plugin here which is Amazon Quick View, DS Amazon Quick View, and we can see here that it's got a kind of bestsellers rating of 269,000, which means that it's selling a fair few every day, you know, 2 or 3 every day. So this book is doing well. Okay, so that's how you would find a low content book that was doing well. Now, if we just click on it and have a look, we can see that it's literally just simply the date, the time, people's pulses, AM, PM. And look, the cover is kind of very basic, isn't it? 12,000 records. We'll pull this down here, and we can see that from here it's a pocket-sized logbook, easy to use. I guess its USP here is that it's pocket size, so there's a particular niche that it's a pocket-sized logbook, and people can put in their information. It's literally just that page, or those 2 pages, just over and over again for, let's have a look how many pages, 99 pages, right? So it's certainly making $1.50 about per sale. Right, so that's how you find your the niche that you could potentially go into. Okay, and we've already shown you how to do that at BookBolt, right? So now what we need to do is the next stage is to make a better version of that. Okay, so we found one that's doing well, yeah, and all we need to do is recreate that, but What we don't do is we don't copy it. You never copy a book that's been done. Okay. What you want to do is you want to add value to a book in a particular niche. Okay. Now the way that we could do the interiors and the covers via a free method is you could build these things in PowerPoint. Okay. So you could make a particular page however big you wanted to on PowerPoint and just make one page and repeat it loads of times and export it as a PDF. Really simple. You can also make a cover on PowerPoint as well by using the correct dimensions. The easiest way to make a free interior would be to actually go to the Self-Publishing Titans website. Now I've got that here somewhere. If I just put that on, so as you can see here, I'm on the Self-Publishing Titans website. I've got a link for you to follow, which I'll put into the description of this video. But as you can see here, there is a particular book creation tools, low content books. Now that's free to do, so you can make your journals, your notebooks, planners using this free tool, and it'll export it for you as well. The other cool thing about this is we even have a cover designer, which I believe there is a free version where you can create your cover for your low content books on this too, so certainly go over to that. Now if we go over to the paid method, we can use BookBolt. So BookBolt is very similar to Self-Publishing Titans, but you've got to pay for it. There is actually a free trial which you can use for 3 days to kind of check it out, but you'd have to pay for it to do the interiors and the covers. Now they're both kind of roughly the same in terms of what they can do. The other thing that you could do, if you didn't want to get into actually making the interior and making the cover yourself, is you could go over to Fiverr and get a designer to do it for you. So again, I have got Fiverr up here, and all I typed in was low content book, and as you can see, we've got loads of different freelancers who can create what you ask them. And it's not even that much as well. So if you just pull this down, we've got one here, there. This one, I will create any planner, journal, or logbook or tracker, PDF file, and it's from £8. Yeah, so it's not particularly going to cost you much to potentially make one of these interiors and one of these pages. Yeah, one of these book covers, should I say? So that is how you would do it there. So we've talked about how to make a better version. Now, how do you make the better version then? So we were looking at this particular pocket blood pressure, blood sugar, or whatever it was. How do you make it? Well, easiest way is to add value. Okay, so like things like extra pages, more pages. So this one had 99 pages, well, you could do one with 110. So straight away, if it's the same price, yours is better because it's got more pages. So people see that and think, well, that one's got more pages. Okay, you could lower the price a little bit if you wanted to, but then you'd be making less. That's the thing to do. You could put extra features. So if this was a blood sugar or it was blood pressure, you could add blood pressure and blood sugar. So it's both at the same time. So it's helping them both out or whatever. But yeah, just add additional USPs to make your book different. Okay, never ever copy. Yeah, never copy a book. Yeah, it doesn't work. So that's number 2. So the next one is to find the keywords. Now, what are keywords? Keywords are what people are typing into Amazon to find your sort of book, okay? So what I always say to people when they're publishing low content books is never just pick a name out of the air which makes sense to you. You need to actually go onto Amazon and find what it's potentially saying to you. So if we just go back to Amazon there, and if I just type in blood pressure logbook, we can see all these different keywords that have popped into our particular search. Now these are the keywords which people are looking for. So you would create a book and your title of your book would be blood pressure logbook for women. Okay, if it also had large print, that would be in your metadata, in your 7 keyword backend slots, for example. But you would use words that actually come up on Amazon. So look, so blood pressure log sheets, logbook for seniors, all this could be added into your metadata, right? So you could also use a paid method. Right, so Publisher Rocket, for example. So Publisher Rocket is fantastic. So let me just open this up. So this is Publisher Rocket. I've got it set to the UK, but you can set it to the US as well. Keyword search. Let's just put blood pressure log book, and we'll let that populate. And as you can see, we've got all the keywords. Now what we're wanting is we want the competition score to be green. So let's just go down here and populate this. Now we are getting some greens on the these particular keywords, but what we can see is in the UK certainly that the estimated searches per month are quite low, and the average monthly earnings in the UK are low too. So that isn't particularly a good one for the UK. But what you could do is if we switch over to the USA, switch over, there we go, and let's do the same one there. So blood pressure log book, and let's see if we get any different results in the US. So let's pop this on, and we're just analysing these to see what we've got there. Now we can see straight away that there seems to be some keywords that are popping up, right? So for example here, blood pressure logbook, but simple. Needs to be simple. Blood pressure logbook simple. It's simple. So I like it. Blood pressure record logbook. So we can see that it's green, and green is the best. So we're getting decent amount of searches with low competition. So those sorts of particular keywords would work well. So I always like to order this. So we can see here, blood pressure logbook daily is a good one. Blood pressure logbook spiral isn't a good one because you can't do a spiral logbook on Amazon KDP, but these ones look good. Okay, so that'd be a way of creating your keywords so that you can be found, right? The next thing is to publish your book on Amazon KDP. Yeah, now Amazon KDP will print your book every time someone buys it and send it to your customer, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Yeah, all you've got to do is just put on your interior, put on your book cover, and every time someone buys it, they will just send you a royalty. It's as simple as that. So when I'm talking about the royalties, what's left after they've taken into account their cut, and the printing costs and things like that. Okay, so this is the reason why low content book publishing is a good business for anybody really, because anybody in the world can start putting books onto Amazon KDP and start earning royalties straight away. Okay, so I did have on here Amazon KDP, right? So this is my Amazon KDP account here, and all I would do is I would just press create, and I would have my interior, and I would have my book cover, and I would just go to create paperback and follow the process through there. Add my keywords, add my description and things like that, then I'd press publish, and the job would be a good one. So the next thing then is to market your book. So once your book is then published, you'll want to market it, don't you? So you could go down the route of using social media. So TikTok is great for doing videos and getting your book out there in front of people. Instagram, for instance. A great one is to create a community. Right, so creating a community where you can go over to the community and you can kind of sort of tout your books to that community. So you could basically sort of say, right, we have a diabetes group support, or something around that sort of thing. I can't think off the top of my head at the moment, but something there for them to potentially go there and talk about their issues that they're having and things like that. And then that's where you can sort of say, well, I've got this book, and this book will help you monitor your blood glucose or whatever you were doing. Okay, the next thing is the kind of email marketing. So if you have a Gumroad, for example, which is completely free, you can give away sort of free things. So if we're talking about blood pressure, reduce your salt. So there could be like a task list of things that you could do, which you could give away for free. So people would download it, then you would get them onto your mailing list, and then you would market to them, okay, your book that you want to sell. And then what you could potentially do to continue marketing your books, you could use a paid method like Amazon ads. So that's the pay-per-click. So every time somebody clicks on one of your ads, you would have to pay a fee for that, depending on what your bid is. Okay, so there's lots of different things that you can do there to start making money on Amazon KDP through low content book publishing. If you did want to go and learn more about this, you can go to profitablelowcontent.com. Okay, so that is my website, and if I can just pop that up for you now, profitablelowcontent.com. And you can see here that I have an introduction video, so on and so forth. And it's basically a complete low content system for you to start making your low content books. I have some kind of examples of royalty estimations there and things. And it's essentially a guided way for you to do this. And, I even have things like what some students have been saying about the system and about the teachings within the system. So go and have a look at that. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. You may also notice that this is a completely unedited video, so there's been quite a lot of ums, quite a lot of ahs, quite a lot of I'm trying a new format to see if people will be a bit more receptive to it than the videos that I've been doing in the past. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot more videos like in this kind of format, kind of unedited, very real, and I'm going to focus in on basically teaching this this low content to people. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.